She is, this is real. This is not just, some people think I'm joking when I say this because it sounds still ridiculous, but she is a sex and relationship therapist. That's what she does for her job. Helps a lot of people. It's great. She has all these like empowering, like stickers around the house. She has a sticker on her water bottle that says hydrate and masturbate. That's fun, right? It's fun. It's cute and empowering. When she's carrying the water bottle, it is cute and empowering. I lost mine recently. I've been borrowing hers. I've never had more room on the bus. Oh my God. I take a harmless sip, people look at me like if he's hydrating now. Next up. That's a scary guy. What's scarier than a guy who masturbates so much he's dehydrated? The water bottle's not even enough of a reminder. I need a sticker as well. I'm like, why am I lugging this thing around? Oh yes, the mission. Okay. It's a scary guy. You gotta lock that guy up, right? In a watertight room with a dehumidifier, so he doesn't bust out. Claps for the bust out, nice. That would be a pretty funny prison break, though. They're like, sound the alarm, he's headed for the lake. Some people just want to watch the world drown, That one was for me. Yeah, that's good. It's a good. It's fun that she's a sex. She helps a lot of people. She helps couples reignite their intimacy. She helps a lot of men with erectile dysfunction. I'm like, you don't need to save everybody. You can let a few people on the shores, right? But she works from home, so she'll come out of the office. She'll be like, oh my God, this guy, his dick won't work. We're trying everything. I'm like, hold on. What exactly are you doing to cure this man's broken dick? Are you sending him links? Are you taking off your clothes, showing him your body? She's like, I would never do that. Why would you suggest I would do that? And I'm like, well, in that case, it doesn't really sound like you want him to get better. Sounds like you're withholding medicine from a sick man. That's what it sounds like. Gotta free that nipple, heal your clients, babe. It's fun. I have a sex story. You guys down for that? I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm just gonna tell you. Can I get a volunteer? Preferably someone limber. I need a limber volunteer. No, I had my first threesome recently. Okay. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good threesome. All right. The people are leaving. I fucking hate these chairs. What's going on? Are you all right? You having a good time, Pillar Boy? All right. He's just sitting by. He's watching the pillar. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I think I ate too much lead as a baby. He's like, great show. Oh man, the dynamicism of this performer. Unreal. I did have a threesome. It went poorly. It wouldn't be a comedy story if it went well. That would just be annoying. I came up here, everybody came, I'm selling t-shirts. No. It was bad. Well, there was some good news. Good news is that it was me, my girlfriend, and another woman. FFM. Huh? Fucking finally, man. That's what that stands for. Fucking finally! My life intersects with my search history. Nice. Bad news, I stayed soft the whole time. All lost respect. Okay, good. Last piece of good news. You'll respect me for this. I'll regain the favor. I was able to leave the room before they saw me cry. Pretty cool. Pretty cool still. It was a cool experience. I wasn't a cool participant, but who's counting? Who's counting, I was there. Don't you see? I was there. It felt like I was at the Women's US Open. On the court.
They're screaming.
As a ball boy. Do you know what I mean? Right? They're just volleying on the bench, like, I'm on the side of the bed, like, you guys need any water? Oh, I wish I brought my racket. Shit. You guys don't seem into the story. I'm gonna plow through it. for the person's into both of you guys, okay? She was into me as like a friend or brother, you know? She was way more into my girlfriend than me, which, yeah, I get it, obviously. But that left me, I didn't know what to do. Because this woman, she's doing what I do. She's down there fumbling around to no effect. That's what I do. So what do I do? What's my role? Who am I? I'm having an existential crisis. I look in the mirror, no reflection. Who am I? And I hear an answer from the corner of the room. I hear, meow. My girlfriend's cat looking at me as if to say, sucks, doesn't it? Welcome to life as a cat. Watching you hairless giants wrestle, it's disgusting. Usually it's you in there, but look at you now. Cold, soft, making mashed potatoes on her butt like that's gonna get you involved. I threw up on the rug, ran under the bed. True story. It's a true story. All right, I'm having fun. The back is welcome to join at any point. I lost you guys on that one. That's all right. I don't know. Has anybody here tried an open relationship? No one's going to admit to that. I'm just going to keep going with the thing I wrote. Someone say yes? No, okay. I don't know. We thought about it, but I don't need another thing to procrastinate with. You know what I mean? I'm already not where I want to be in life. I don't need 2 girlfriends. I need 1 job. Do you know what I mean? I have a side hustle, a passion, and a podcast. Did you hear job? I didn't hear job. I need a job. I don't know. I think my family likes my girlfriend. I think so. I mean, my mom, she likes her. She made a weird comment the other day. We were all eating breakfast together, and my mom looked at my girlfriend's arm, and she looked at her own arm, and she looked at me, and she was like, Zach, have you ever noticed that me and Molly have very similar skin? I'm like, if you want us to break up, just say that. Just tell me. You don't need to plant a Freudian time bomb in my head that will go off whenever I can't unsee it. What is that? I don't want to break up with her. I love this woman. But, you know, if I do, I want it to be on my own terms. I don't want it to be because my mom fucking whittled her way into my brain. We're having sex. My girlfriend's like, come for me. I'm like, I don't have to do anything you say. I'm a big boy. I didn't say any of that to my mom, of course. I was just like, hey, cool. And she was like, what? I just thought it was interesting. It's not. It's upsetting. That's something. It is upsetting. It's interesting that a certain words in a certain order can trigger a gag reflex. That's something. Maybe that's interesting. But what you said is not. Because if it were interesting, I would have been like, what else? What other similarities can you draw between you and the woman I choked sexually? What do you got? I would never do. Would you ever do that to your kids? Associate yourself with their partner? Even the baby doesn't like it. This is some horrible, disgusting stuff. You tell my mom that fucking Gen B hates it. I would never do that to my kid. If my daughter brought home a guy, I would never be like, honey, you know, I was looking at Mike's hands earlier. You ever notice our fingers share the same length, girth, and texture? What do you think about that? Pretty interesting, huh? Why are you crying? I have great hands. It's out of control, dude. Do you guys play games? If you guys have like family game night, what do we play? What kind of games are we playing? Categories, taboo, charades, twister, you freaks. What do we got? Clue? Nice. It's a clue. What's Cards Against Humanity? Interesting. Okay, a little raunchy. Hell yeah. We do charades. You guys do charades? It's fun. You get people active. You make fools out of yourselves. That's fun. My family's very competitive, though. Too competitive. Too competitive. We were playing charades recently, and my cousin drew what would turn out to be, her suggestion was Japan. That should be against the rules. No countries. That should not be allowed. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to quickly portray Japan? You're going to be a ninja? Oh, they're going to get that. No. If you get Japan in charades, you come to a crossroads. You can be politically correct, or you can win. Yeah. You can be a good person or a champion, that's right. You can respect the culture, or you can put a point on the board for your team. That's how the fortune cookie crumbles, you know what I mean? So we got the point, and there should be no countries. No countries in charade. Because if you think that's offensive, any country is going to get the most of it. That's how you get things quickly. You just stereotype, people got it, right? If a group of Japanese men were playing charades in Japan, which I assume they do, it's a fun game, fun for the whole family, and somebody got America, what do you think they're going to do? Everyone's like, America! They're like, no sounds, but yes, it was America. Next time, no machine gun sounds. Let's go back to the notebook. What else we got? Oh, I can talk about this. When I was a kid, I had a bunch of acne. Anybody else? Any bumpy boys? Yeah, okay. Okay, 2 bumpy boys. Hell yeah, cystic sisters. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, nice. We're here. Look, we made it. We made it. Let me ask. I'll ask each of you guys a question. You, sir, did people make fun of you?
Not
No, that's how bad it was. Dude, nobody made fun of me either, and I wish they did. That's when you know you got a true problem. When nobody says nothing. When children use discretion, that's not good. When a bully looks at you, he's like, I don't know you guys. God already got him pretty good. Let's treat him like everybody else. Call him gay, right? What do we think? Let's be rude and ignorant, not mean and right. That would be too much. What's good? You look good now? That's great. Huh?
Looking better.
Looking better? Hell yeah, how old are you?
19.
19? Oh, so you're like on the cusp. You're like of getting out of it. You're still at the age where people are like, you'll grow out of it. And you're like, what about now? And they're like, well, now you're fucked. What about you? Were you the only one in your friend group who was bumpy, or were there others?
Yeah, there was a slight
You had a little mountain range going on. Okay, that's nice. I was the only one. I was the only one in my friend group that had acne. Which was kind of nice, because I didn't have to look at it. I never got grossed out when they were eating pizza in front of me. I'm like, this is great. They're like, who said that? You know? It was tough. It was tough. And it's different every day. I promised I would ask you a question. I'm trying to think of a question. Did you get made fun of, miss?
Me?
No, okay, well, she doesn't even know I'm talking to her, so I guess we're fine. It's not you, it's you. You're fine. A little bit?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you. I am talking to you. That was about other stuff? Yeah, like they insulted my character. These people knew who I was. So, yeah, they got me deep. The one tough thing about acting, if you've never had it, it's unpredictable. It changes every day. So I would go to bed not knowing what I was going to look like in the morning. That's tough, and that's unique to acting. You know? Like, at least if you wake up fat. It's probably how you went to sleep. It's not a surprise. You don't drift off at 150, you wake up at 280, you're like, no, it's picture day! Oh, I'm not gonna fit in the frame, I'm not going! I'm not going. They're gonna ask me to do the neck thing, I'm gonna sink into my chin, I don't wanna go. I'll ask you, did your parents have any encouraging words to help you get through it?
Never.
Never. Like, you'll grow out of it. Until then, you're sleeping outside. All right. My mom used to tell me that acne was your body's way of telling you that you're stressed. Pretty stressful way to tell me. Putting volcanoes all over the face. I used to talk and kiss. Thanks. That's nice. Also, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I know I'm stressed. I'm fucking me. I don't need proof that makes me ugly. It doesn't written in explosive braille. Who's that for? Who's that for? Who's that out of touch with their own emotions? They're like, what am I feeling? Oh, I'm stressed. Thank God. I thought I was horny. This is huge. I thought I was so backed up it was coming out of my cheeks. Thank God. Thank God. No, it doesn't tell you this. I do think your body like sabotages you. Is everybody over that punchline? Is everybody okay? Are we all okay? Your body sabotages you though. Like when you're embarrassed, your face gets red. When you're stressed, you get acne. Your body's like a tricky genie that gives you solutions that are worse than the problems. You know, when you're nervous, you sweat. That's nice. Big meeting, you need it to go well. Your body's like, make him wet. With what? Filthy slime, of course. Why? We want to repel other people that might make him more nervous. We gotta think long term. The best treatment is prevention, you know? Have you guys noticed that your body's answer to like most of your emotions is make it wet? It's like half the things you feel. Your body's like, hit the sprinklers. Let's get him a little damp. I think that would help his situation. When you're sad, you cry. When you're enamored with someone, you're on a first date, you're about to hold their hand, your body's like, make that shit wet! Give her a flipper! Women love dolphins! Show her yourself lubricated, she'll appreciate that. When you're terrified, your crotch is like, I got this one. Are they gone? You guys know why you pee when you're scared? It makes you faster. I looked it up. This is how I spend my time. It makes you faster because this is why. You drop weight. It decreases your weight and it increases your speed. Did you guys know that? Humans have a boost ability and you're learning about it at a comedy show? There's a new way to win Black Friday this season. That's awesome. You go faster when you pee. This is my new go-to contribution when people are talking sports. Because I'm not a big sports guy, I don't know much. You know, they're watching the game, they're like, the coaching's way off, the defense is totally disorganized. I'm like, yeah. And I'd love to see a lot more piss out there, honestly. They're like, are you into piss? I'm like, I'm into fundamentals, yes. Performance, integrity, sportsmanship, and speed, absolutely. I'm into piss, that's right. Also, you would really only go faster, I'm still on this, you would really only go faster if you were naked, right? Because if you're wearing pants and you pee, you have not lost the pee. You have merely relocated the pee. Right? You're not faster, you're chafing, you're dead. You're a dead man. If you really want speed, if you really want to experience true speed, you should also shit and throw up. That's... People don't agree with me, but that's some serious weight. Also, whoever's chasing you would probably feel way too bad to continue. You know, they're like, I was gonna hit you over the head and take your wallet, but it looks like you're going through a lot right now. Maybe go home, shower up, meet back here same time tomorrow. How about that? I'll mug you then. I bike a lot in New York. Is it safe to bike around here? Probably not. Anybody bike? Yeah, you do?
Probably safer than New York.
True. Well, it depends if you're getting on the fucking highway. I don't know. Where are there like parks around here you can bike? Oh, that's great. That's great. I bike a lot. I used to live in Boston, and then I bike there. I live in New York, and I bike there. And people get worried I'm gonna get hit, because I've been hit. Twice, once in Boston, once in New York. Isn't that cute? Bringing rivals together. They don't agree on anything. They're like, if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that his blood belongs in the streets. They're thirsty. They need an offering, you know? Gotten hit, and I've been wearing a helmet every time. I've worn a helmet every time I bike, and I do think that's why people keep hitting me. I'm gonna be honest, I think they see the helmet, they're like, I've never tried driving with my knees before. And so once they see you're dressed for impact, they're like, nice, time to check my email. Ooh, bonus Coles catch this weekend. Ah! Thank God he was wearing a helmet, jeez. And I've got the same, don't ask your friends this question. If they get hit by a car, don't ask, did he see you? No. This was an accident. accident, not a botched hit. I don't like what you're implying about our relationship. I don't know this guy. I saw him as he hit me. He was like, oh no! He wasn't like, this is for Jennifer. You son of a bitch. He didn't see me, but the most recent guy who hit me was driving an $80,000 Porsche SUV. So I saw him, you know what I mean? I was like, now's my chance! To enter the middle class. I'm getting Hulu Premium! It's about time! Yes! And I don't know if you've seen someone get hit by a car. It's not good, it's frightening, you know, like they could be hurt. But a part of you is like, how bad though? Like how bad? Like bad enough maybe I could learn something about the value of life? You know? No? Alright. We talking like a few months of PT or needs to relearn how to swallow? What are we talking? I was in the first camp. But a crowd gathers. Yeah, it's hard not to look, right? Everybody's rubbernecking, checking out the cyclist, and two people came up to me. One was a businessman. They were both businessmen, actually. It was the end of the day. One guy had on a suit. He's like mid-40s. There's always one just waiting to grace somebody with his opinion. And he came up to me, and I'm lying in the sidewalk, or the intersection, and he goes, this is actually what he said. He goes, oh my God, you know, I've been telling my wife, this is a dangerous intersection. Somebody's bound to get hit. I'm lying in the intersection. I'm like, happy to help. Which was a lie. I don't care about his marital scoreboard. How many arguments has this husband lost that he's relying on bloody strangers to write the score? You know, I thought he was going to be like, do you need an ambulance? Should I call somebody? He was like, I cannot wait to tell Sharon how hit you just got. Oh my God. Could you lie back down and look dead for a picture? I could really use this. Very unhelpful, this man. The second guy, he was a homeless man. But he was a businessman. Homeless man, but he was a businessman. He had a briefcase. You guys ever seen that? Yeah, it's a good look. He looked like, you know, he looked like an executive outdoorsman, you know? He looked like other homeless men reported to him. Like he makes the rounds every morning. He's like, Harold, you're supposed to be trapped in a Panera bathroom right now. John, you're not peeing on Starbucks. Why? No, I'm jerking off! We have a reputation to uphold, gentlemen. What are we doing? But this homeless man, he was great. I was grateful he took the time out of his day to talk to me. He came up to me with his briefcase. He was like, all right, I got about 5 minutes before I got to hop on a Zoom with some squirrels in Japan. What are we talking about? What's the damage? And he didn't say that, I'm being silly. But he looked at me, he looked at the driver, he goes, you fucked him up! And the driver was like, excuse us. I was like, excuse you, that is my lawyer. And once he stops touching himself, you will be billed for this very conversation. And that wasn't the worst part about getting hit by a car. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was days later. I'm biking along the river. I hit a small pothole and my seat falls off. I don't know if we're all familiar with the anatomy of a bike and the anatomy of a man riding a bike. But once the seat's gone, it's pride, baby. It's June, June, June. I fell off. I lost control of the bike because I came so hard. It was just, ah! I forgot. They say you never forget how to ride a bike. I forgot for a full minute how to ride. I was like, did I ever really know? That was crazy. You guys need to get the bike out of your ass, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we can talk about this. Do you guys have friends you don't like? Don't look at them now. Don't look at them now, guys. I'm just trying to be silly up here. I don't want to start a fight. I do. I think we all have a friend that I like to call these friends expired friends. Not because they're dead, but because you've known them for so long, and you were great friends when you were kids, but now that it's been 30 years, you're like, I think they went bad. I think my friend is expired. And I think men and women maintain these friendships for kind of opposite reasons. Like, my girlfriend went out to get drinks with a buddy that she hadn't seen in a while. She came back, I was like, how was Rebecca? How was it? She goes, ugh. Exhausting. Depleting. She got too drunk, complained about herself the whole time, left early. I was like, why do you hang out with her? You say this every time. She's like, because she has my back. I'm sorry, are you being hunted? What is that? What is going on? Is there a picture of you tacked up in a saloon somewhere? With bounty hunters strategizing your death? They're like, should be an easy kill. But this girl Rebecca really has her back. What are we gonna do? But boss, she's just one lady. Don't underestimate her. Yes, she vomits in Ubers, most Ubers. And she insists on splitting the cleaning fee, even because it wasn't her idea to get a car. But let me tell you this about old Becky. If you need her, if some Tinder asshole stands you up and you need her, she will call a Lyft, because she's been banned from Uber, and she will be there for you with a pint of Ben & Jerry's and a bullet with his name on it. That's like the type of friend that a woman might maintain if you're gonna have an expired friend, right? They're annoying, but it's okay because they're good people. You'll tolerate an annoying person if they're a good person. My friends are the opposite. That's not why guys have expired friends. That's not why we have the B team. Emotional support, that's for the inner circle. The B team is for convenient fun, and I will overlook a lot in its pursuit. I'll be like, yeah, Nick cyberbullies kids on TikTok. But dude, the comments are pretty funny. Yes, he drives drunk, but A, he always swerves around me. And B, he's like the mayor of karaoke. I gotta go. Yes, he has certain thoughts about the race of Disney characters, but he plans the ski trip. I don't want to do that shit. I do think that's why there's so many bad men that make it so high in power compared to bad women, you know? Because guys, we don't want a good guy, we just want a good time. I think that's why so many celebrities were compartmentalized going to Epstein's Island. Do you guys feel bad for those people? What is that? They're like, yeah, he runs a child sex ring. Over there! We got bocce balls, surfboarding, come on. He let me fly the private plane, that was fun. That was fun. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here with a humdinger, you guys. Oh yes, I'll talk about my horrible ex. That's some good stuff. I do. Do we have horrible exes? Not in the building, hopefully. Hopefully they're legally 200 feet away from this place. That's what the police said she had to do. No, I don't know. I think it's important to have a bad ex. Just one, you know, the one you got away from. I like to call it. I think you do. She was a bad lady. She was a cheater. Yeah, she was a cheater. We would go to trivia nights and she would Google the answers on her phone under the table. Are you fucking kidding me? I would rather you suck off the host in front of me. That would have been less embarrassing than cheating at trivia and placing third. Do you know how dumb you have to be to drag Google down? To have all the knowledge, but none of the wisdom. Brutal. She's a bad lady. She was hot though, that's what you want. It is, that's a good lesson. You look, because look, if you need to date a hot person who's bad to learn that hot is not enough. That's a valuable lesson that you can't learn if they're not hot. What do you learn if you date an ugly bad person? Nothing. Don't date ugly? Should've known. Should've known before. Didn't have to waste a year of your 20s on that dollar store epiphany. Way to go. She ruined she ruined hot women for me for like a month. I'm back, but I wouldn't check out a hot woman for a month. My eyes could rest, you know? Because I used to imagine, I'm like, oh my God, what would our sex be like? But then now I see a hot woman in the street, I'm like, what would our life be like? Jesus Christ. Tough, dude. Just fighting in Ubers, I don't want that. I don't want that. She was tough. She wouldn't let me break up with her. That was a problem. Any other weak men here? I didn't even know that was an option. I was like, I don't want to do this. She's like, I don't agree. I'm like, are you a Jedi? What? You gotta at least do this if you're gonna mind trick me. I don't agree. That was nuts. And the more times I tried to break up with her, the more elaborate the resistance became. The fourth time, I was like, I can't do this. This isn't fun for either of us. I think we're both pretty miserable. Let's just call it. She goes, I don't even know who you are right now. Who are you? And a big regret of mine is that I didn't have more fun with that. If someone accuses you of having multiple personalities, it is your right to exhibit multiple personalities, right? What I wouldn't give to go back in time. She's like, who are you? I'm like, no inglés. Mi hermano y mi esposa necesitan trabajo, comida. She's like, who is that? I'm like, I don't know, I have no idea. These illegals, they're coming into our country, they're sneaking into my brain. They're trying to steal my woman. I know it, you know it, we all know it. We all know it. Have a little fun, no? Have a little fun. Should have done this joke earlier. Have a little fun. Right, I wish I went out to some bar, I'm dancing up on some lady, you know? She comes in because she tracked my location. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't even know who I am right now. My name is Giuseppe, I'm from the 1600s. Hello. I have another line about Trump, but you guys aren't gonna like it, so I'm gonna continue. Do you wanna hear it? You promise not to get mad? It is silly. Do we promise? Do we promise? Okay, he is. Can we be honest? Just think about the gesticulations. Trump is a little gay. He's a little gay! Just a tad. You know what I mean? He's like, nasty Pelosi. I'm like, okay, shoulders. Okay, shoulders. That's all. That was it. That's it. That's it. All right. I see some people looking around like, stop laughing! Stop laughing! That is our king you're referring to. He will have you hanged. I can't wait to see your head in a basket, funny man. You guys are way more fun than Brooklyn, I gotta be honest. It's a lot. It's lots of fun over there. Man. The last time I was trying to break up with my ex, she was in my car, and she would not get out of my car, and I didn't know what to do. What do you do? I didn't know, right? I wasn't gonna push her. I don't know if that flies in Adamstown, where I don't know if that's the law of the land here, but everywhere else it's 2024. You can't do that shit. That ship has sailed. You can't grab her. You can't physically force a woman to do anything anymore. Which is good. That's good. Right? Suffrage, Susan B. Anthony, all that shit. But it is limiting. What do? I have no good options to get a woman out of my car without touching her. Have you ever tried to shake yourself? Just to gross her away? I was like, you need to leave. She's like, or what? I'm like, shut up. I need to focus. I wasn't gonna grab her, I wasn't gonna push her. By the way, not because I think it is morally wrong to just physically, get somebody out without hitting it. Because everybody has a phone. Everybody has a phone connected to the internet. I'm not trying to end up on TikTok tomorrow yanking a woman out of my car set to music. That's not a video I want to see go viral online. Right, the next day, it's hundreds of thousands of hits, like, I'm friends with a monster. It's like, who is this guy? Let's kill him. Swat his house. No, I didn't touch her, I didn't poop myself. I called the police. Yeah, it kind of seems extreme, but I think the only way to defeat a white woman is to become a white woman. That's the only, you gotta fight Karen with Karen, baby. I picked up that phone, I'm like, hello? I'm being detained by a black man disguised as a white woman. I swear to God he's in there. You guys sending a car, this is ridiculous. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the cops, by the way, but that's just for financial reasons. I get so many parking tickets in New York, I've started taking my wipers with me. Nothing to clamp. How you gonna give me a ticket if you can't clamp to my vehicle? Door handles, I took those off years ago. I get into a hole, I saw it out of the undercarriage. But it's true, man, I don't like the cops, it's for financial reasons. So that's really it, I get speeding tickets, parking tickets. I do have one of those Blue Lives Matter stickers on my car, but that's just for the tickets. And it's much smaller than the tattoo I have across my back. So, I do wonder if that would work, you know. I've never been pulled over. I don't have a sticker, but I'm thinking about getting one just for the tickets, you know. Cops like, do you know how fast you were going? I'm like, evidently fast enough to meet one of my heroes, dude. How you doing? Can I show you something? I'd like to show you something. Can I show you something? No, I don't know. As I age, it's just like that's where my politics lie. It's just money. It's just who's gonna fuck me out of money. That's why I don't like the police. That's why I love Planned Parenthood, you know, because they've saved me hundreds of thousands over the years. And that is just in back-to-school supplies. That is... I'm not, you know, I'm obviously not that political of a comedian, but it is weird that Roe v. Wade... We'll talk about, let's do a quick 30 minutes on Roe v. Wade, huh? No, it's quick, it's goofy. I haven't led you astray yet, trust me. It is weird that it got overturned. If you just think about how it happened, that's just an odd process we have in place. 9 people, 9 Supreme Court justices, not even a full pickup basketball team. One man down got to decide that millions of one-night stands will become families. Is that good? Is that bad? I'm not here to tell you. You can obviously have your own opinions. But these people are coming. There's a batch of new people on the way. And I do have a few questions. You know, we should welcome them, but I have a few questions. What are we going to call this next generation? Gen Oops? I don't know. The Accidentals? I don't have all the answers. God's children? We're workshopping here, guys, you know? What are we going to call them? And are they going to be good soldiers? They fucking better be. Things are looking bleak in most of the world. They're going to need to be good on a battlefield. And I think they will be. You know, they've already cheated death once. They're just jumping on top of tanks like, I'm not even supposed to be here! They're like, look, America wanted me. My mom didn't. I love this country. Alright, one too far. Alright, we'll wrap it up with some porn. Can we get some porn up here? Let's show some porn for the people. I always close, I do a color commentary on my favorite porn. I watch a lot of porn, I work from home, so. That's a joke, I don't have a job. Remember? I don't have a job! But I do, I check it out, I see what they're doing, see what's new. And, I love the ads. The ads for porn always give me a kick. I get a kick out of the ads. Give me a kick, that's not a phrase. I get a kick out of the ads because it's always for more porn. It's never for like solar. It's because they know, companies know, sex is the ultimate product. No one's gonna be 5 seconds away from watching, I don't know, stepson fish his mom out of well with huge penis or whatever. No one's gonna be 5 seconds away from that video and like, wait, how much can I save? That's, honey, get in here! I don't know why the door's locked. Hold on, look at the savings. Don't look at the shit. Look at the savings! They know. And my favorite porn ad, at least when I was growing up as a child, maybe it's not running anymore. Yikes. Sounds like a fart every time. Makes me laugh. My favorite porn ad was, it goes like this. Are you bored? Play this free porn game and come in under 20 seconds. Think about what they're selling you. If you play this game and it works as advertised, you are going to be bored again in 21 seconds. That's not fixing your problem at all. They're not marketing to the right demographic. They need to market to people with busy lives, with too much going on. The ad should be like, are you in a Zoom meeting right now? Play this free porn game and come before it's your turn to screen share. Your boss never has to know. That was going to be the big humdinger of a closer, but we can't end on that. Now, can we, team? Woo. You're like, you can leave if you want. Anybody know any jokes? Okay, this is an old one, but I'll do this one. Is anybody in a mixed height relationship? Anyone where the lady's taller than the guy? You guys! Okay, what's the difference? 2 inches. Same! Okay, where though? In the Taller than the no, I was like, kidding. So you're what, miss? How tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". Oh, you're a little guy. Oh, look at a little guy. Yeah. I think short king is given. We gotta go back to little guy. Whatever, little guy. Short king at the fun. Do you identify as a short king?
Yes.
Are those your pronouns on LinkedIn? Short/king? It is pretty lame. It's a little reaching, which obviously it is. You can't reach anything. But short king. I used to my ex, not the bad one. I had a good ex. My grand ex before her. I'm 5'10". She was 6 feet tall, and I liked that she was taller than me because it really helped diffuse arguments because she could win any argument by just walking towards me. What's it gonna be, little man? You know what I mean? It was great. I'm like, look, I don't want to go to the Tupperware party. It's gonna be all your friends. I don't know them. You know, but if we don't leave now, we're gonna be late. So, let's get your flats. Let's call the school bus. And let's get to that fucking party. You know what I mean? All right, I do have to go. You guys have been amazing. I've been Zach Rosal. Thank you so much for coming out to the show. Yes. We appreciate you guys supporting comedy. Just a few announcements in the end.